Hi, I'm Sana, and welcome to another episode of Dragon Age Inquisition. Right, I think in the last episode, what did we do? We finished up the Hissing Wastes, didn't we? Killed the dragon, we got the entire thing with the tomb done, and I am very close to going to the next major story bit. I think we had some quest going on. Do I have a journal? Let's see. What's in my inner circle? Right, go to the war table to find Samson's weakness. We are doing Samson's story. That's true. We're doing Cullen's story with Samson. Yes. Yes, and then we're doing Pride. Exactly. Alright, let's go to the war table. Where was all of this happening? Finding Samson's weakness. There we go. Okay. We should speak at your earliest convenience, Inquisitor Cullen. I will gladly do so. Okay. Anything that I want to do right now? Investigate prospect base, and that is soon. Secure a route. Maybe we should already do that.
To work?
Yes, to work. Let's secure a route. So I'm going to prep some things. Okay. Who else is done with quests? Because I think all of them are done. Red Jenny, of course. Sure. And there is something here. Right. All is in place? Alright. We are done. Okay. So what else do I want? There is some more Red Jenny stuff here. So... Liliana.
Inquisitor.
1 hour and 41 minutes? My word. Alright. There's a bunch of gathering stuff here that I don't really need. We should eventually go here and investigate the shards. I'm just not ready for that though. Just not ready for that. This successor of whatever is here for a while now. Where was it? Choose a successor. This one has been here for ages now, so we might as well just go and
Let
do
us
it.
begin.
Almost 3.5 hour long mission. Well, great. Alright, and we are going to talk to Cullen. So, as of recording, it's currently the 5th of November for me, as I'm recording this. Dragon Age Veilguard has been out for a while now, and I am one of the few, it seems, people who are actually really liking the game. I think what it is that we are a the vocal minority will speak out about how terrible the game is. And there is a very large group of people that just doesn't give a shit and is not really feeling the need or the urge to go and spout some opinions on the internet. So you don't hear, I think, as many good things as you hear bad things about the game, because there are a lot of bad things that people are saying about the game. There are a lot of people who don't like it, and I am one of the few who really does like it. I think it's an amazing game. I'm having a lot of fun. I'm currently 41 hours in, so I think I have a decent grasp of the game, and I think that if you're after 41 hours, I don't think I'll quickly change my opinion. I like so many things about the game. It feels good to come back to Inquisition as well, because they are very different types of games. And I can appreciate Inquisition more now that we also have Veilguard alongside it. But man, I really enjoy Veilguard. I like the art style, the combat, the looting system. The inventory management is gone. We don't have to constantly go back to vendors and sell our stuff so that we have inventory space. The looting doesn't happen manually anymore. I don't need to like physically click on an item to loot it. Like you just kind of run and click, and it just kind of does it for you, which is really nice. The combat is very fluent, very smooth. I love it a lot. There are no loading screens. Like, that is so cool. Everywhere I go, there are just simply no loading screens. You just kind of go in, and it's not a giant open world zones like we have in Inquisition. Like, they happen a little bit more linear, but the zones itself are really big, and once you have unlocked like shortcuts and whatnot, you can easily traverse from one part of the map to another part of the map. It's all connected anyway, and there are no loading screens in between either. So it just all happens very fluently, very naturally, and I love it. It's really good. I'm having a lot of fun with it. I think the story is very interesting. I like that that we have seen some characters from Inquisition. I think they have done some characters a little bit dirty though. There was one character in particular that I was like, oh my gosh, it's this character, because I recognized the voice actor. And then I was like, oh no. Oh no. I have to say that was maybe a bit more of a negative point that I would have. It's like, oh, I don't really like what they did to this one specific character. But other than that, I think it's a great game, and it's its own game. It's not just it's not a reimagination of an already existing Dragon Age game. They are really trying to just move forward, and I like that. Now, I am personally also one of the people who liked the combat from Inquisition, right? You have a lot of people out there that are diehard fans of the Dragon Age franchise, but what they really mean to say is that they're a fan of the Dragon Age 1 and maybe Origins and maybe Dragon Age 2 games, not Inquisition. It's already too modern for them. It's already too modern. It has a different combat style, and it's just not a true tactical, almost kind of game for them. It's not turn-based enough. It's not tactical, and they don't like it. I would almost say that they're purist in a way, but to each their own, right? I am someone who came to the Dragon Age games pretty late in my life. Like, I'm 34 now. I think it's been maybe 10 years before I started playing my very first. Well, no, later than that, or earlier, I would say. Not 10 years, but maybe 5 years ago that I started playing my very first Dragon Age game, and it was actually Inquisition. So I am definitely more of a modern gamer generation, maybe I would say. I'm not really a big fan of too turn-based and too tactical. I think Baldur's Gate 3 was absolutely an exception. That game was really good, really solid, and I had a lot of fun with it, but I would pick a action combat based game over turn-based anytime these days, for sure. So I would definitely prefer Vilgard's combat over Baldur's Gate 3's combat. And when I went back and I played Dragon Age 2, I was already noticing that it was a little bit more strategical, but not as strategical. When I saw a Let's Play of someone who played Origins, I saw that combat and was like, nope, that's not happening. Nope, that's too slow, that's too tactical, that's I need too much thinking for this. I don't want that. I just want to go in and smash. So I think for people who really, really appreciate the combat and the game style from Dragon Age Origins and 2, they probably already didn't like Inquisition as much, and they will definitely not like Vilgard. But for people like me who really enjoyed Inquisition's combat, they probably like Vilgard a lot more as well. I like it a lot. I also can really appreciate that every character in there can be romanced by everyone, regardless of race or gender, whatever. I like that personally, because it means that I don't have to come into any sort of situation that I'm usually in Inquisition. Wherever I play a Kunari, I can't romance Cullen, because Cullen doesn't want a Kunari girl, which is just mean. Look at her. Who wouldn't want to romance her? Come on. Like, I personally am in favor that you just have the choice of whatever. I don't really care about how realistic it is that everyone is as pansexual as what. Don't care. from a gameplay perspective, I think it's great. I think it's great that I can just do whatever the hell I want, and I still get to romance whoever the hell I want. It's not game breaking. It's a video game. It's fantasy, whatever. I don't want to go into the whole political discussion about hidden agendas or pushing opinions or the whole woke thing. Like, that's something that you can kind of decide for yourself. All I'm saying is that it's a video game. You have choices. You get to ignore the choices or you get to go with the choices. In the end, it shouldn't affect you this much. You shouldn't get so upset as some people are. And if you really are this upset about some of the choices that are being made, or some of the dialogue, or some of the things that are shown to you, concerning certain subjects, if you get this upset about it, then I think it's a you problem. Because then I'm just going to legitimately ask you, why does this make you so angry? Why do certain aspects of the game make you this mad and this upset? Sounds like a you problem. I'm having a lot of fun. I think it's a great game. And if you're not here for it, then I suggest that once we start our Let's Play, just don't watch it. Simple. But after we have finished Inquisition, I am immediately jumping into a Let's Play for Vilgard, because I am very excited. Can't wait. For now, though, we're still in Inquisition, and we need to move the story on. I've been rambling for 10 minutes. I just really wanted to talk about it, and I really only get to talk about how excited I am for Vilgard in another Dragon Age Let's Play. So obviously I can start ranting about it in my Elder Scrolls Online playthrough, but the audience from Elder Scrolls Online might really not care for Dragon Age. So I just gotta kind of get this off my chest here. But I am having a lot of fun, and this is also still a lot of fun. I like that they're completely different games, so I get to appreciate this one for what this is, and and Vilgard for what that game is. So that's really cool. That said, I'm out of breath. I mean, I got asthma, so if I get really excited and I talk a lot, I forget to breathe decently, and I get out of breath. And now I'm tired, and I need to talk to Cullen. So, Cullen.
No red lyrium, no allies, and soon Samson will have no armor, I hope.
You hope?
Dagna's started work on her red lyrium samples, but she needs more details on the armor. We found orders in the mine. They mentioned Maddox, a name I did not expect to hear.
Ooh, you mentioned a vessel.
Samson's letter said something about taking over as the vessel.
Perhaps it's a rank among the Red Templars. It could be a title from ancient Tevinter. Or it's some other role Corypheus has planned for Samson, and Maddox is part of it.
Someone you know?
Another voice from your past?
In a way, this is complicated. Maddox was a mage in Kirkwall's circle. Samson smuggled letters between him and his sweetheart. Eventually, Samson was caught. That's why he was cast out of the Order. Maddox was made tranquil and became a skilled craftsman of magical items. Samson must have rescued him.
He was made tranquil for that? Ooh.
Can't believe they made a man tranquil over a few love letters.
The official charge was corrupting the moral integrity of a Templar. Knight Commander Meredith wielded the brand for far lesser offenses, believe me.
Why would Maddox need saving?
When the mages rebelled in Kirkwall, the worst battles took place at the gallows in the circle itself. I thought Maddox had died in the fighting, or was eking out a living on the streets. A hard fate for a tranquil in Kirkwall. Samson must have found him, taken him in.
Okay. We can start with Maddox.
If this tranquil is a valued asset, going after him will draw Samson out.
It seems Maddox built Samson's armor for him, and maintains it still. Tranquil and Kirkwall needed rare and expensive supplies for their enchantments. Supplies we can trace. I can have our men kick down some doors, Inquisitor. Samson's armor might lead us right to his stronghold.
I liked that the little dwarf father and his son in Dragon Age 2, where you enchanted your gear, and every time you talked to the son to enchant your gear, he was enchantments. He was so happy about enchanting. You got the same thing in Vilgard, right? You can enchant your gear again, like that's a thing, and it's just every time I click on it, I just say to myself, enchantments. Wait, where do I go? Crap. Dispatch agents to locate medics. Do I need to do that at the war table? Dispatch agents to locate. Okay. This is fine. Oh right, we have no sprint button. In Vilgard you have a sprint button, and I never knew I needed it as much. It's really nice to have a sprint button. And a dodge button, by the way. You can dodge and you can sprint. Like how I am using my my one skill. Like what's the thing called again? Fate step, right? Isn't it Fate step? Yeah, I'm using Fate step basically as a glorified dodge at this point, right? In my playthrough. It's nice in Vilgard to actually have an actual dodge. It's nice. Okay, I'm assuming that it is in Ferelden. Colin was done with something already. Oh, that's to secure the route. Okay. Awesome. Okay. Where would it be? Or is it not at the war table? Oh, here, track down Simpson. Okay. 12. What am I supposed to do for 12 minutes?
Inquisitor.
Am I just going to start this one then? What Pride has brought? I don't even want to know for what level this is and how overleveled I am. Or should we quickly check the Shar thing? No, I think I want to continue with Pride. Shall we start Pride and then do Samson stuff after? Does that make sense? That does not make sense. You gotta do the Samson thing before we do this quest, right? Shall we check the shards then? Fine. Yes, go. Okay, who was my team again? We had Dorian, as always, and Sarah, and oh, I used to have a very different order in who I picked. And Blackwall, don't we? Was that my team? It is, right? It's been so long.
Inquisitor, I'm afraid we got here a little late. The Venatori were already here. We assume they're moving on the temple.
What's up with the temple?
Have you learned anything more about the temple?
Sorry, we haven't been able to get close.
Yeah. Anything else?
Anything else I should know?
Not much to tell. A mining company out of Valfremin used to have an interest here, but economies change, and they moved on. Strange the miners never marked the temple on their maps. Oh, and some of the scouts saw a giant roaming in the area. Keep your eyes open. Don't want you to get stepped on.
Haven't we killed giants before? I've killed dragons before. I'm pretty sure that I'll handle... I can handle a dragon as well. It's so cute to see Harding here after I have seen her so often in Vilgard now. Okay. What is it?
What is it?
See for yourself, sir.
Mm-hmm. Right, where's the requisition table? Sad weapon. It's literally a stick with a banana and a nail through it. That is a sad weapon. But here, I'll craft you this. There you go, and now stop talking to me. Okay. So where we are investigating the shards, we also have more shards. So I'm literally only doing this to fill up 12 minutes so that we can continue on with the Samson thing. I don't want to spend too much time here. 5? My gosh, that's a lot. 1. Okay, Venatori spotted. Oh, 2, 3, alright. There's another one. 4, 5. I can already see another skull that I need to go to. Alright. Got that. I remember from this zone that it is a little bit of a puzzle to get there. I remember in my own playthroughs, I usually do get lost here, but again, that does not come as a surprise. I am very, very challenged when it comes to directions. But let me just claim a few things then. Let me claim a few things. Okay. So initially I wasn't a really big fan of the more linear approach to zones. But the more that I played, the more I realized how often you go back to a certain zone to unlock more of the area. You get to make and create shortcuts. And suddenly the zone becomes very big. And just because you have like a little bit more of a linear way of progressing through it, that doesn't mean that there's just a small area of you to go through. You can jump down, you can go up. There is a lot of verticality in the zones as well. And like I said, everything is connected. So once you have unlocked more bits of the entirety of the zone, you can go anywhere, and it feels as if it's a giant big zone anyway. So yeah, the more that I play, the more that I realize that it looks linear, but it really isn't that much different from Inquisition. Other than that, you don't have any mounts because most of the stuff is within either cities or you have shortcuts through zip lines or whatnot, so you don't really need mounts. And you have a lot of waypoints to go through. Like you have these fast travel points that you can travel to. So there's a lot more easy, quick access points basically. So you don't need mounts either. Like for example, in an area like this, I could it's a giant zone, sure. Like map, please. Like it's a big zone, sure. But there's a lot of walking around where nothing happens. Like within the Hissing Wastes, for example, there wasn't a lot happening either. Like I would just be walking and walking for like 5 to 10 minutes straight. It would just be walking simulator. And that's not necessarily a great experience either. I would rather have it a little bit more linear, but that everything is there for a reason and there's always something happening. So I've come to really enjoy and like the approach that Vilgard took when it came to level design. I think it's great. Like I said, 40 hours in. I'm 41 hours in right now. You're not going anywhere. You're not going anywhere. I think after 41 hours I have a pretty decent grasp of the game, and I think that if I didn't like it after 40 hours I would still probably not like it, but I do like it. I actually like it from the second that I loaded in. But then again, I am also not as, how would I say it, I'm not as protective of the name Dragon Age. I am not protective of the franchise. I am not an extreme lore person. I don't tend to make a big fuss about many things. I just kind of go with the flow, with the motions, and I just enjoy the ride just for what it is. I just enjoy what is being presented to me, and I tend to not overly complain or whatever. So I'm very easy to please, I would say. Okay, this is here for a reason. It's way too dark in here. Okay, well, I found the thing for the veil. Oh, well, that's blocked. That's good. That's good. And I understand now when they said like, oh, this will be the first Dragon Age that doesn't have any spiders in it. And I was like, how the hell can you do that? But it makes sense now because most of the stuff, you're either in a forest. They could have put spiders in there, but they just chose not to. And a lot of stuff is within cities and catacombs and underground passages that is not necessarily a cave or a dungeon. So they can definitely get away with not having any spiders in there. It's still a bit weird, but yeah, it's whatever. I'm not missing the creepy crawlers, that's for sure. I am not missing them. I can live without. I got some other cool enemies anyway, so I really do miss the combat already. Like the combat in Vilgard is really, really good. I also like the gearing system. Like there is no actual crafting like you have in Inquisition. It is a lot more simplistic. I personally am a big fan of that. I always found the crafting system a little bit not confusing, but I do have to sometimes look up online like what's the most efficient thing to do. Oh, found a giant.
I suppose this place does have a few sites to recommend it.
Okay. Sure. Can we set up a camp here first? Okay.
For you.
Dorian interrupted my train of thoughts and now I completely lost what I was talking about. Oh right, I was talking about the crafting system here and the lack of in the Vilgard. I like the way that they have done it. Like I won't go into too much details, but it's a little bit more simplistic. You just find the same item again. Like if you have a chest piece that you have equipped and you find the exact same chest piece again somewhere else in the game, it automatically gets upgraded because you found a dupe. That way you can just keep on finding the same thing and you wouldn't be disappointed because you would actually upgrade your already existing pieces, and it just happens all the time with every single bit of gear. Like you hold on to your gear, you don't sell your gear. You keep holding on to it, and every time you find the same thing, it just gets upgraded. You can enchant the item as much as you want. And that way you can always you always have your stuff with you. You don't have inventory slots. Oh, I don't need to hold that torch. I'm good without the torch. So it's a lot more simplistic. We don't have to think about crafting our materials. You still gather. Sorry, you don't have to think about crafting gear. You still gather materials, but they are used for upgrading your shop within your hub, your Skyhold hub basically. And to get a sort of reputation filled up with certain factions within the game. And if you increase your reputation with the factions in the game, you can upgrade your gear there as well, or buy even better gear. You can buy gifts for your companions. You can buy decoration items for your room and your hub altogether. It's nice. It's easy. It's not difficult. It's pretty intuitive. I think I'm in combat. Am I not? Are they coming for me? No, they're not. Okay. But I like it a lot. Like I said, it's a little bit more simplistic. Okay, color is done. That's good. Where? Okay, it's not going to be on the ceiling. Where's the last one? The way how janky the camera gets when you like move it around does make me a little bit motion sick. I'm still missing one. Where is it? Oh, found it. There, 4. Okay, but these guys are like at the entrance of the temple, are they not? Yeah, they are.
Harding told us they were here. Keep your guard up.
Okay. Can we enter? I don't know how many shards we have. Unlock with the power of 6 shards. Find shards and use an ocular.
Something feels wrong here.
Oh.
It's worse by the door.
I agree. Something's not right.
Okay. Okay, we are meant
Feeling
to
at the door.
collect a lot of
Gone
shards.
An enchantment designed to keep people out. A warning, or possibly a test.
Explains why the miners kept away.
That it does. You are supposed to collect a lot of shards in order to progress this place. Like, I think it might also include DLCs. I don't know. Wait, did we have like a big door here or not? I'm just, without thinking, just walking down the stairs, but... I think this might only open once we have unsealed all the other doors. Maybe. I don't think in all my hours played, like 700 plus hours in Inquisition, I don't think I ever really bothered to fully do the shard stuff. Okay. Okay, which door are we picking? I see a green door, I see a blue door, and a red door. Okay. I am going to take the left door. Unlock the door. I really don't know how many shards we have collected and how far I can go, but once we are at a full stop, we are going to continue with Samson's story. Oh, boy, okay. I don't know what level these are, but y'all are weak. Alright. Okay.
What just happened?
I'm fine.
Whatever it was,
I got
feel
stats.
fine.
It went straight to you.
Did?
Or to the mark, perhaps. Doesn't seem to have harmed you.
No, I got
Wasn't
stat
a trap.
increase.
What was it?
If the enchantment at the entry was a test, this may be the reward.
Alright, let's go. That's a lot of shards. But we got it. Okay. What's this? What's in the box? A great sword that I don't need. Okay, that's awesome. Can I get the entire stack? Ah! I just wanted the money. Okay, I'm hurting. Okay, okay. I guess I deserve that for being greedy, I guess. Darn it. More spirit resistance. Can't hurt, I suppose. Are we allowed to go even further? Yes, okay. Oh, hello. Oh, okay, okay. Okay. Okay, is there no trap this time around? Is it safe for me to just loot everything? That stack of coins is what got me the last time. But now it's safe. Okay. There's a lot of stuff here. I'm losing everything, obviously. Jumping for loot, that's something I'm not missing. Like, the looting is so much faster in Vilgard that there is no actual jumping for loot or jumping for interaction anymore. Which is really nice. A suburb belt, a spear resistance. Okay. We finished this entire left side. Okay. Okay. Cool. Alright, I'm a little curious to see what the other doors have then. Is it all just resistances? Is it just purely defensive? Oh, hello. Okay. Middle door. I just don't like fire, so... We are allowed to go in again. How many shards did I collect? I wasn't expecting to get this far in, actually. I was actually not expecting. Did I collect every shard so far in every zone? I must have. But I think if you want to like do the entire thing, you might also need shards from the DLC zones. Like in Jaws of Akan, I think there are still shards to find. Oh my god, please. I just want to loot. There we go. Yeah, I'm not missing this loot animation at all. No. Ah! Okay. Loot. What are we getting? Cold dress. Okay. So I think it's safe to assume that everything in here is just resistances. Alright, we can open this one too. So will the other one, the right door, would that just be fire resistance then? Is that just what that is? Must be then. There's a lot of loot here. Okay. I'm taking as much as I can. Because before we start doing DLC stuff, I do want to, off recording, take a look at my gear and maybe upgrade it for the final stuff. I think the final thing that we might equip is like the skin that strikes, the skin that whatever's, you know, that's I think the final armor that I would take. I think I would upgrade my gear one more time with the highest tier materials that I have. Okay, inventory full. Oh, inventory full, but I'm going to loot stuff. Hold. Let's see. Destroy. Yeah, this is something I'm not missing in Vilgard. Having to do inventory management. I am so happy the way that they decided to do it, honestly. Okay, armor. Everything that is grey is just completely and utterly pointless to have. Okay, we have some slots left. Lovely. Do we have enough for this? I wonder. I have enough for another door. Wow. I was not expecting this, like legit. I was not expecting this. Did I fall down? I did. Whoa! How about I'm pressing the dodge button as if I have one in here. What is it even? It's irrelevant. Okay. Okay. I feel like a loot goblin. I'm just like taking all the loot. Everything that's on the ground is mine. Ah, crap. I stepped on the trap. Didn't get me though. Didn't get me. Okay. Can the fire mines just kinda disappear now? Thank you. Don't jump. Okay, I'm not stepping on that, thank you. Cold resistance belt. Makes sense. Okay, and that is room number 2. Okay, surely I don't have enough to complete room number 3, right? Surely I don't have enough shards for that. I'll take a look though. Oh, there is another rune here. Look at that. I don't have a torch on me anymore. Okay. Well, we had enough for this. Okay. The amount of jumping I do in one episode just to loot. I know I don't have to loot all of this, but I kind of want to. Okay. So fire res probably. Yeah. Okay. There we go.
More shards.
There we go. We have found our stop. Alright. Then that means that we can get out of here. We'll probably collect more shards as it is. This... Oh, sorry. Map. This area's got a lot of them, right? We have a good bunch of shards still to get. I'm wondering if I should do it. It doesn't really seem that important. It's just for some extra resistances, which is nice to have. Obviously, it's nice to get some more extra resistances. But other than that, I don't really care, I think. Let's go back to Skyhold and do the Samson thing. Alright, here we are. Oh, should I take a look at what I got? I only got belts or whatever, right? I got cold resistance. What do I have? I have focus gain. I really like having focus gain though. Melee defense, spirit resistance. Okay. Coal-based abilities are moderately more powerful at moderate amount of health. Right. What is Sarah wearing? More health. Okay, what's Dorian wearing? Well, he can wear this one. Blackwall is using melee. Is Blackwall using health? He's using health. Okay. Should I give this one to Sarah so she has more health and the melee defense to Blackwall maybe? There you go. Alright. This is the quest. Allow me to debrief you in person when your duties permit. Right, let's go. Speak to Cullen. It just makes sense that we do this Samson thing before we continue with the big story, right? Like, it would just be weird to not do it in this order. So, I apologized if I promised the story bit in this episode. I guess that's not happening.
Of course.
Is this the... Yeah, this is the right way to walk, right? Skyhold is very, very big, actually. It has a lot of pathways. Why are you here?
Inquisitor, if you're looking for the commander, he's gone to speak with Seeker Pentagast.
Okay. And where is Cassandra? Help? So... Where's Cassandra? Is she where she's always at?
What do you need, my friend?
I want to talk to you about the cure for tranquility.
It's not a cure. Not truly. Mages who were once tranquil lose all control over their emotions. They become irrational, unable to focus. Perhaps that state eventually passes and they can be helped, but it will take time to investigate.
But you are going to look into it.
That is my intent. I would not want news of a cure to spread until we know for certain we can help these people. Once we have that, however, then I will spread the word myself.
That's enough for now.
Another time, then.
Where is Cullen? What the hell is this? Where am I supposed to look for Cullen? Oh. In there? Have I ever been in here?
You asked for my opinion, and I've given it. Why would you expect it to change?
I expect you to keep your word. It's relentless. I can't...
You give yourself too little credit.
If I'm unable to fulfill what vows I kept, then nothing good has come of this. Would you rather save face than admit... We will speak of this later.
And people say I'm stubborn. This is ridiculous. Cullen told you that he's no longer taking lyrium.
Yeah, you were to watch him.
Yes. He trusted your judgment on the matter.
He was not interested in my judgment today. Cullen has asked that I recommend a replacement for him. I refused. It's not necessary. Besides, it would destroy him. He's come so far.
Why didn't he come to me?
We had an agreement long before you joined us. As a Seeker, I could evaluate the dangers.
Cassandra, did you refuse Cullen's request because he's wrong, or because you want him to be wrong?
Mages have made their suffering known, but Templars never have. They are bound to the Order, mind and soul, with someone always holding their lyrium leash. Cullen has a chance to break that leash, to prove to himself, and anyone who would follow suit, that it's possible. He can do this. I knew that when we met in Kirkwall. Talk to him. Decide if now is the time.
Okay, is he now back to where he usually is? I bet he is.
Maker's breath. I didn't hear you enter. Forgive me.
At least you missed.
So long as you weren't aiming at me, I'm sure the box had it coming.
I swear, I didn't know you were... I never meant for this to interfere.
I believe you.
But whatever good it does, promises me nothing if I cannot keep them. You asked what happened to Ferelden's Circle. It was taken over by abominations. The Templars, my friends, were slaughtered. I was tortured. They tried to break my mind, and I... How can you be the same person after that? Still, I wanted to serve. They sent me to Kirkwall. I trusted my Knight Commander, and for what? Her fear of mages ended in madness. Kirkwall Circle fell. Innocent people died in the streets. Can't you see why I want nothing to do with that life?
Of course I can.
Don't. You should be questioning what I've done. I thought this would be better. That I would regain some control over my life, but these thoughts won't leave me. How many lives depend on our success? I swore myself to this cause. I will not give less to the Inquisition than I did to Chantry. I should be taking it. I should be taking it.
No, you don't need it. This is like heavy withdrawal, I think. And your mind is very, very strong if you want it to be. So, you don't need it.
You give enough, Cullen. I'm not asking you for more. The Inquisition can be your chance to start over, if you want it to be.
I don't know if that's possible.
It is.
All right.
Okay, well this is lovely, but this is nothing about Samson. Can we maybe now talk about Samson?
What have you found?
We have him, Inquisitor.
Yes.
We found Samson's letter.
Okay.
My duties usually keep me here, but for Samson, I'll make an exception.
Hell yeah. It'll be good to have you.
I'm looking forward to fighting by your side, Commander.
Likewise, Inquisitor. We'll depart at your leave.
Travel to Samson's camp at the Shrine of Dumat. Where am I going to? That's the wrong. That's also the wrong. Middle one, Zena. Middle one. Quest map. There you go. Shrine of Dumat. Let's go. We are taking with us. Let's do the actual order. Blackwall, Sarah, and Dorian.
This is it. The heart of Samson's command.
I don't see him anywhere. Or hear him.
Nor I. Maker, tell me he hasn't fled.
It's nice that we have Cullen with us. Okay, what do we have? Oh, I can't like... Okay. That's what I thought. He did, yoink! I was about to place AoE there, but... Am I too far away? Am I hitting them? Yeah, I'm hitting them. I also really like how companion skills are handled in Vilgard. I'm very much in favor of the more simplistic approach of just having 3 skills to use, and then also only 3 skills for your companions, and that you can go to this interface, this panel, where you get to select who uses what at what time. And there are some really cool synergies with applying a certain affliction or a weakness or whatever, and then someone else in your team uses a detonation, so you have some really nice synergies with combos. It is a lot more clear than it is in Inquisition, and because you only have 3 skills per character and you only get to control your own and you get to command your companions to use a skill, it's a lot more fluent and a lot more simplistic. I like it a lot. Like I said, I've never been a very tactical person anyway. I never enter tactical mode. I never plan out anything that I'm doing, really. So for people like me, who just really enjoy a more active combat... Oh, Jesus. A system like that in Vilgard is just so much better. Did he just put up a giant shield for nothing? That's rich. Okay. And like I said, there are a lot of people out there who have a lot of opinions, and a lot of them are negative, but I really do believe that that is just a vocal minority, and that most people who are really enjoying the game don't really feel the need to go online on Twitter or on Reddit to talk about it. They're just enjoying the game, and they're just no-lifing it.
This place is already half destroyed.
Samson must have ordered his Templars to sack his headquarters so we couldn't.
Oh, pissy one. Wrecked his toys and left.
I think you're right. Still, we've dealt Samson a blow.
Right, okay, so he left anyway. No, I really do believe that most people are just enjoying, but they just don't feel the need to say anything about it. Like I tend to not really talk about anything either. Like, it's not important what I think, right? My opinion doesn't really matter. I'm just enjoying the game. Just leave me alone. And neither do I care for someone else's opinion either. Like, you're allowed to think whatever you want. It doesn't mean that you have to go around and start hating on the game in public. Just doesn't really... It doesn't really add anything to anyone's experience. Like, the people who are going to enjoy it will enjoy it anyway, regardless of what you have to say. And if you hesitate about buying a game and you really let other opinions influence you, then I don't know, that says a lot about a person. Like, if you can't form your own opinion and you're really that reliant on someone else's opinion, then maybe you shouldn't play the game at all anyway. It's probably better if you don't then. Like, it sounds very harsh, but at this point I don't give a flying fuck. And I think for the people that already didn't like Inquisition, they probably won't like Vilgard either. And if you did like Inquisition, you probably will like Vilgard. And everyone else who is just whining about how far they have strayed from the original, yeah, they have, because games, they change, the audience changes. And it's not as if they haven't done their research on what kind of games stick with the modern audience these days. And there is still a niche for turn-based, more tactical kind of gameplay, sure. But it is still a niche. Baldur's Gate 3 was, I think, an exception and not a rule. It did really good. But I think a game with a combat that is more action-based is probably still, with the larger audience, gonna do better. But to each their own, right? Like, there are different games for different people, and if you really like the old school games, then just play those old school games. And, you know, don't harass people who enjoy a different approach and a different type of game. It's always so weird to see, like, comments on the internet being like, I'm not having fun, so you shouldn't either. Like, why? Just let me enjoy what I enjoy. And on the other flip side, you have people who have some legit criticism, and, you know, they're valid too. Everything is valid. Maybe you just shouldn't attack each other for opinions. Oh, hello.
Hello, Inquisitor.
Mm-hmm.
You know me?
It's Maddox, Samson's Tranquil. Something's wrong. I'll send for the healers.
That would be a waste, Knight Captain Cullen. I drank my entire supply of Blightcap essence. It won't be long now.
Oh. We wouldn't have hurt you.
We only wanted to ask you questions, Maddox.
Yes. That is what I could not allow. I destroyed the camp with fire. We all agreed it was best. Our deaths ensured Samson had time to escape.
You threw your lives away for Samson? Why?
Samson saved me even before he needed me. He gave me purpose again. I wanted to help.
Dang. Loyal till the end, huh? Idiots.
We should check the camp. Maddox may have missed something.
Okay.
Let's look around.
Let's.
Lyrium bottles, licked clean.
Ooh.
How much red lyrium is Samson taking? His resistance must be extraordinary. Samson left a message. For me.
For you.
What does it say?
Drink enough lyrium and its song reveals the truth. The chantry used does, you're fighting the wrong battle. Corypheus chose me as his general and his vessel of power. Now there's such nonsense. Does he think I'll understand? What does he know?
This must have been Maddox's room.
Entirely. Whatever they are.
Those are lyrium forging implements, of remarkable design. Intact, they'd be worth a fortune.
Tranquil often design their own tools. Dagna should be able to make sense of them. If Maddox used these to make Samson's armor, she could use them to unmake it. We have him.
Okay. Back to Skyhold we go. This was it. That's a bit underwhelming. Meet Cullen at Skyhold to discuss the tools. Okay, should I meet with Cullen? Okay, should I meet with Cullen or with Dagna? I think Cullen?
I see.
At your order.
Okay.
I wanted to thank you. When you came to see me, if there's anything... This sounded much better in my head.
Feeling better, huh?
I trust you're feeling better?
Yes.
Is it always that bad?
The pain comes and goes. Sometimes I feel as if I'm back there. I should not have pushed myself so far that day.
Glad I could help.
I'm just glad you're all right.
I am. I've never told anyone what truly happened to me at Ferelden's Circle. I was... not myself after that. I was angry. For years, that anger blinded me. I'm not proud of the man that made me. Now I can put some distance between myself and everything that happened. It's a start.
Past isn't always pleasant. Sometimes you have to let go and move on.
I can't forget what happened, but it led me here. I can make that mean something. Anyway, I meant to thank you, not trouble you further. You've enough to worry about. How are you holding up?
Oh, someone's asking me how I feel. Sure.
I've met good people here. Knowing they have my back, it helps.
You certainly keep interesting company.
What's that supposed to
I
mean?
suppose I do as well.
What's that supposed to mean? What's this jab at my companions? No. I need to go... here? Question mark? No? Crap, where am I? I get so lost in these places, it's absolutely ridiculous. Okay, can we now talk about Samson? I clearly missed a few cutscenes. My gosh.
The Red Lyrium deposits are being destroyed, and we've cut the Red Templars down to the core. It's a pity Maddox thought his sacrifice was the only answer. But that leaves Samson with a severely curtailed army, and enchanted army he can't maintain. You did it.
We did it.
We both fought to make this happen. Don't sell yourself short.
Well, thank you. But my work's not done yet. We're getting recruits by the hour. There's more than a few ex-Templars among them. We've struck a blow and given people hope. This is a true victory.
Inquisitor, I finished it. Are you talking? Sorry. Have it anyhow.
You mean this rune?
It's not just any rune. I
Not
made it with
shocked.
red lyrium and what's left of poor Maddox's tools. The rune acts on the median fissures of lyrium to... It'll destroy Samson's armor. He'll be powerless.
Okay, that's what I like to hear.
We should render our enemies powerless at a stroke more often.
Maddox covered Samson's tracks thoroughly. But wherever Samson's retreated, we'll find him. Your army stands ready, Inquisitor. For Samson, for Corypheus, for whatever you command.
Okay. How do I go from here? So we still just do this first? Is there a war table?
At your service.
No.
That's all for now.
I'm sure you have other matters to attend.
Yes. That's a long fall.
The soldiers make me nervous. Sitting around here, tempers get short. And
Let me
fighting.
check the war
I saw one
boards.
soldier reach for his belt like he was going
War
to draw
table.
a dagger on
It's
them.
not a board, it's table.
Inquisitor.
I play so many games with similar things But I get the terminology confused sometimes. Like in World of Warcraft, you will have a war board, and here you have a war table. It's just all the same. It's like waypoint, way shrine kind of thing. Right? It's a waypoint in Guild Wars 2. It's a way shrine in Elder Scrolls. It's all the same to me. I am a fan of trying to use the right terminology for the game, even though everyone knows what you mean. Right, let me quickly check if there is any other mission about Samson.
With rifts contained in the area, we can send in smaller groups to offer relief.
I agree. Are you well?
A headache, nothing more.
No. Okay. Well. Let's do this.
All right.
This will run in the background. Okay, well this episode is also going for a while, so I guess this is a good stopping point. I didn't necessarily set out to do what I thought I was going to do. In the end, it was a lot of shards, stuff, and Samson's story, or at least, well, Khaled's story, I guess, about Samson for a bit. That does mean that we can start off with the major quest, though, in the next episode straight away. That's exciting. Apologies if if you were looking forward to seeing that in this episode. That didn't happen. Gonna have to wait for the next episode. It is what it is. It just kind of goes with games like this. There is always something that's happening, and that's a distraction, I suppose. Well, with that said, though, yeah, we're gonna end it right here. Yeah. So I want to thank you all so much for watching. There's a link in the description below if you want to help out the channel. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. And I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.